Hello there, BoBo the Bitcoiner is back. Oh, Bitcoin is now in the 30,000 region. Are you worried? Concerned? Yes. Because the world is in a mess. Chief among them is USA. Unlimited printing of US dollars already dug them into a $30 trillion bottomless hole. Impossible to get out. With the excessive printing of US dollars comes inflation, of course, right? Already hit by COVID with the supply chain disrupted, now with the Ukraine war, food and energy becomes a world crunch. Inflation is running out of control, of course. US government raised the interest rate to cool the inflation. The effect is market suffer. Stock tumble across the board, all cryptos also. Gold seems to be holding up well. If market is stable and only Bitcoin drop, then I should be worried. You shouldn't be fearful if you understand Bitcoin well enough. You should have built the confidence by now. Its fundamental is solid as a rock. For 13 years now, not a single mishappening. The best acid test come from the money men of the world. All the big, huge banks of the world. They go after Bitcoin. Let's go back a bit on the to address our concern, or to measure our concern here. Okay. When Bitcoin was invented in 2008, the worldview is some cyberpunk game among the computer savvy. Right? As it grows, it begins to gain some monetary value. That's where the bank attacks begin. Sensing the threat to their industry, with Bitcoin quick and cheap transfer, criticism rained down from all corners of the world. Most prominent is Jamie Dimon, billionaire president and CEO of JPMorgan. Right? In 2014, he declared Bitcoin a terrible store of value at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. In 2005, he said cryptocurrency will never receive approval from government. No government will ever support virtual currency that goes beyond or around the border and doesn't have the same control. In other words, he said money must be controlled. Question is, by who? At the 2015 Barclays Global Financial Services Conference, he called Bitcoin a fraud similar to tulip mania, and he even threatened to sack any employer or employee who traded in Bitcoin. President of the European Central Council, Christine Lagarde, has also been critical of Bitcoin in the past. She branded Bitcoin a highly speculative asset, adding that it has been used to conduct some funny business and some interesting and totally reprehensible money laundering activities. The usual stuff. The ECB too has anti-Bitcoin propaganda campaign. In its 2021 Financial Stability Review, the apex banker claimed Bitcoin exorbitant carbon footprint and potential use of for illicit purposes are ground for concern. Even World Bank refused to support El Salvador's plan to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, citing environmental and transparency shortcomings. of the cryptocurrency. IMF also urged the Latin American nation to drop Bitcoin. Bank hates Bitcoin and will stop at nothing to discredit it. Some financial players criticize Bitcoin but praise the underlying blockchain technology that powers the system. Even JPMorgan, an avowed Bitcoin critic, has created a cryptocurrency called JPM coin running on Quorum blockchain. Central bank the world over has also peddled blockchain's capability to power central bank digital currency, a cryptocurrency issued and backed by the government. The Bank of International Settlement ripped into big cryptos in June 2021 report, describing them as speculative assets used to facilitate money laundering, ransomware attacks, and other financial crimes. Ironically, BIS advocates central bank digital currency. So the Bitcoin-backed blockchain good line has become the favorite chorus of banks in response to Bitcoin popularity. With these elite bankers what this elite banker fail to understand is, without Bitcoin decentralized architecture, blockchain-based payment monetary system are meaningless. Similarly, CBDC is centralized, therefore its blockchain is meaningless. Satoshi's greatest contribution, therefore, was a novel combination of economic incentive, game theory, applied cryptography necessary for keeping the system secure and useful in the absence of centralized entity. Traditional banks make money by charging users to store or use their money, right? Account holder pay maintenance fee, debit fee, overdraft fee, and an overabundance of charges designed to profit the bank. The bank loans out your money while giving you a fraction of the earned interest. Bitcoiner doesn't charge anything, as we are our own bank. Every 10 minutes, Bitcoin processes an irreversible money transfer. Banks simply cannot match that kind of thing. JPMorgan has adapted by selling Bitcoin-based investment as futures, but that would save them. Okay. Banks survive by manipulating the financial system for private gains, right? The 2008 financial crisis resulted from underhanded dealings by some of the world's biggest banks, including Lehman Brothers, which has now collapsed. Banks lend out more money than they own in leverage. Should everyone decide to withdraw their money from the bank, the entire banking industry will inevitably crash. Bitcoin wallet cannot be manipulated or used by any other body apart from the holder himself. For the first time, people now have the power to control their own money. It's a matter of time before Bitcoin permeates every financial sector. Offshore settlement, escrow, payments, asset investment, and more. Just as Netflix replaced video rental and Amazon replaced bookstore, Bitcoin will replace bank. No amount of doubt sowing or misinformation will reverse that. Now, do you recognize the narrative here? Given the opportunity, bank would love to kill Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is too strong a system to be killed, too secure, too well built a system. For 13 years, bank tried to and will continue to fight for their survival. Well, Time will tell. What about the government trying to bring down Bitcoin? I'll leave that to another day for this story, okay? That's why I always say understanding Bitcoin is very, very important. Don't be swayed or influenced by momentary events. It always happens. All right? It will come and go, but Bitcoin will stay. Hope you enjoyed today's episode and understand a bit more. See you next time. Bye-bye.